Good evening, YouTube. Love bugs, as I named y'all that a long time ago. I know you're probably wondering, like, where have I been? Like, why am I just now coming back? 2021 has been very rough. Has its ups and downs, and it's been kind of hard to try to do videos and everything like that. But I feel like I set out to do something, which was basically come on here and give the best advice I can about mental health and just different things in life that young people, young adults, or even some older people struggle with. And if they come across my page, maybe they can get some type of encouragement. So that's why I'm back. First, I basically want to update y'all about myself. I'm in school currently, studying to be a social worker, and that's for the long road. Like, I'm trying to get my master's, and this is my first semester just passed, so I'm on to my second semester. So I have a long drawn out time to be in school, but that's okay. I'm working currently. I'm working 12 hours a day, night shift, so that's hard on me. And y'all can see I have a different setting. I just didn't go in my basement because my basement is super cold, and even though it's the winter time, I like to dress like it's the summertime, especially in a house. And if it's already cold in my room, then I know it's gonna be extremely cold out there, so there's really no point in me going down there. um so yeah, I'm just in my room, and I feel like this is kind of more calming and chill. And also, I am recording off my phone because I recently got an iPhone 13, and before that I had an 8, so I knew that the camera would be better and it would be easier for me to just make YouTube videos rather than getting that camera and playing around with it. And so I feel like this time around will be better. So today I basically want to talk to you guys about letting pain and hurt go. And that sounds like it's just so easy to do, like boom, one, two, three. You know what I mean? But it's not. And we all know that. A lot of times why people have health issues is because they don't let pain and hurt go, or they stress and they worry too much. Stress is a silent killer. And not a lot of people know that. Stress can kill you quicker than a lifelong disease that you have. Um, because stress is the reason why you can wake up with a headache, or you have that pain on the one side of your body. Stress is the reason why anything, anything really, you have upset stomach, or you just have stomach problems. You're always nauseated. Sickness, you get sick a lot. Believe it or not, like just a regular cold, you can just get regular colds all the time. It can be because you have stress and pain and hurt that you're holding on to. It's the killer. Seriously. So we're gonna get into it. How do you let pain go? How do you stop suffering? How do you not hurt anymore? This is like serious questions because it's literally broad answers. People can tell you their way of handling their pain and hurt, but it may not be the same as how you want to handle your pain and hurt. Why do I say to let pain go? Why do I say that? Not only because it's just stress, but because it's not needed. Think about it. Life is short, whether you want to believe it or not, because you could be talking to somebody today and tomorrow they're gone. Life is very short. There is no need for you to suffer like you've been doing. There is no need for you to keep all that pain. You have to let it go. But sometimes pain is easier to live with than to let go, right? Because that's what we used to. And that sounds crazy. But sometimes the demons is all you know. And I call it demons because it's something that's working against you. So sometimes you just, you get comfortable with your demons. Like, oh yeah, well, I'm okay. And really, when people say they're okay, they mean, well, I cried last night, or when I got to work, I had a mental breakdown, but I'm okay right now. Honestly, it's easier to live with your demons because nobody ever told you how to not live with them. Everybody go through something. Everybody go through pain and suffering, and people handle it in different ways. You see your parents or the people that has raised you handle it in one way. You see your friends handling it in this way. You see some people go to professionals and talk to professionals. You see some people drink their pain away. You see some people smoke their pain away. Everybody has a different way of coping with pain. But is pain really something to cope with? Like, is it something to live with? No, it's not. It's not. Because what is the benefit? What do you get out of that? What is your reason to have to hold all this pain? Sometimes we hold a lot of pain in because we haven't forgiven ourselves or we haven't forgiven others. Because when we talk about forgiveness, we think about letting somebody off the hook. We think about letting somebody get a pass. We don't think about how once you really forgive somebody, once you really become that person that can forgive somebody for hurting you, even when they're not sorry, we don't realize how much is lifted off of our shoulders. All we think about is, I just let that person get away with whatever they did. But forgiveness is not for that other person. Forgiveness is for you. So why do I say forgiveness is for you? That person that hurt you, that person that caused you any type of pain, they going on with their lives. They're not thinking about it. They forgot. Or they may not even know that they hurt you, Because we can get hurt in a lot of ways. We can get hurt by what people say. Yeah, we got that saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, and words that never hurt me. But we all know that ain't true. Because we didn't all wanted to hit somebody, or we all have hit somebody or fought somebody from what they said with their mouths. I mean, that's where pain first starts, right? Most of the time, people talking about you or talking about a family member or whatever. But that person has forgotten what they did. And here you are, several years later, several months later, several weeks later, and you still got that on your mind. You still got that on your mind. They don't. I guarantee you they don't. Now, if apology is given, then obviously they thought about it and they know they was wrong. But most of the time, people don't know. Unless it's something obvious that they did, like stole from you, may have hurt somebody that you're close to, anything like that. But with just regular stuff, people they don't think about that. I'm pretty sure I've heard people that right now, if they came up to me and they said, hey, when you did this way back when, it hurt my feelings and I've been thinking about it, and I'll be surprised because I'm not thinking about what I said to A, B, or C person. I'm not thinking about it. It's not on my mind. You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about what somebody did to me. That's what I'm thinking about. But why? There's literally no point. And there's no point because, like I said, you don't benefit from it. I don't benefit from holding a grudge against somebody else. I don't. I'll just be one mad ass person. If you want me to be blunt, I'm just one mad ass person. And does that person care that I'm holding a grudge against them? No. Life goes on. They have other things that they go through. But to forgive somebody is to be a bigger person. To forgive somebody, because that's hard. And you can say I forgave that person. Nah, I'm over it. But in the back of your mind, you still mad about it. You still upset about it because it still lingers on. And I'm not saying that to forgive is to forget, because it's not. When you forgive somebody, you have to remember. And you have to remember so it won't happen again. But to forgive is to be freed. You freeing yourself from that hurt. You're freeing yourself from that pain. To forgive somebody is to grow. And I promise you, you'll feel much better once you did it. Like I said, it sounds easier said than done. Because even with myself, I have people that I have not forgiven. But it takes time. Don't think it's just something that you can do. It takes time. You have to want to stop hurting. You have to want to stop being in pain. You have to want to not remember something. And every time you remember it, it causes you to be emotional or to be angry. Now I want to talk about forgiving yourself. Because that's a big one. You know, a lot of people talk about forgiving others, but they don't ever talk about forgiving yourself. That's even harder than forgiving somebody else. I don't know if you ever experienced this, but have you ever known that you was wrong about something? And you regret it deeply. And even if the other person forgave you for whatever you did, or if they didn't, it still lingers on in your mind because you know that you're not that type of person. You wouldn't do that normally. You have to forgive yourself. You cannot put yourself through more pain than you already are going to have to go through in this life. You have to take it easy on yourself. Allow yourself to live and make mistakes, and allow yourself to forgive yourself for those mistakes. We're human. We're going to do these things. It's going to happen, whether you see it coming or not. You have to allow yourself to be free from that. It's not easy, especially when you know something that's not in your character, that was so far-fetched, or something just went wrong, you know, maybe you had a bad day or something like that. But you got to realize, I had a bad day, or that was when I was younger. You have to realize these things. Because ain't nobody going to come up to you and tell you to forgive yourself for something. Because we don't know. Other people don't know that you're holding something against yourself. Usually people know that you're holding something against others, but they don't know that you're holding something against yourself. But you shouldn't allow yourself to punish yourself for things that is in the past. If you're truly regretful, if you're truly apologetic, if you're truly sorry that you did something to somebody, then you learn from it. You're growing. And forgiving yourself does not mean that the other person has to forgive you. Because some people won't ever forgive you. Some people will hold a grudge against you until the day that you die and come to your funeral and stamp on your grave and spit on your grave. Or they would want to do that. I don't know if they would do that because, you know, they might get beat up by your family members, but, or the people that care about you. But seriously, some people will hold stuff against you from shit when you was a kid. Like, seriously, I'm grown now. What's going on? So you don't base it upon others. You base it upon yourself. Just because that person wants to be like that, that don't mean you have to be. That don't mean you have to keep making yourself suffer and go through those emotions. You have to come to a point where you're like, okay, I did what I did. I am very sorry. I apologize. It won't happen again. And just let it be that. There's no reason for trying to prove yourself to somebody. Don't do that. Do not do that. It's not worth it. I promise you. It's not. I just want everybody to be in the right mental state. Because being in the right mental state can have a huge effect on your life. Being positive, being happy. You carrying all this pain for what? You carrying all this hurt for what? You can't carry it when you die. So why you carrying it now? It's no reason to. And if you have to go to see a counselor to release some of that, because you don't know how to do it by yourself, you better do it. If you have to pray to whoever you worship, then you better do it. If you have to write it down and burn it, or if you just have to write it down, then do it. But you have to do it. You cannot stay in this place. You have to get up from here. You have to. I want you to. I'm counting on you to. I know you can do it, so do it. I thank you guys for watching this video. I don't know how long it is yet because I kind of did it in small videos instead of one long video because I know how I edit. But I thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you got something out of it. And I hope to be doing more YouTube videos. I am off for a good amount of time, so I hope to at least, throw a few out there, but we'll see how it go. Suggestions in the comments. Comment what you think about this video. Give me feedback. I love that. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you later.